I'm hankering for a T-bone steak and you bring me to a tea house.
It's pretty quiet here at lunch, Mr. Buckmaster.
I know it. It's almost so quiet here it makes me want to whisper.
Buck, are you kidding? You whisper and you'd break into a rash.
Ah, a table for little people.
This is a traditional Japanese tea room, sir.
In Japan, they refer to this as a tatami room.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how you do it, just get it done.
The Japanese have such exquisite taste.
It is very, very nice in here.
Welcome to Nakato Restaurant. My name is Mio, this is Amy. It's a pleasure to serve you.
No chopsticks, lady. This is going to be one of those drinking lunches, if you know what I mean. Jack Daniels, old number 7 on the rocks, and make it a double.
Unsweet tea, lemon, ice.
Bull crap. When I drink, everybody drinks.
Okay, make it a glass of red wine.
And when I pay, everybody pays.
Nihonshu, please.
Darn it, Ramon, hurry up and order. I'm powerfully thirsty.
Miyu, a kamikaze, please.
Sir, you promised ACX Industries an answer by the end of the week, and you're still procrastinating.
Nobody's impressed by your big words, sonny boy. Try talking like real folks.
It's James, sir. We agreed we'd have them an answer by tomorrow, and it's poor form to procrastinate. Stall.
Oh, let the old scoundrel sweat a little bit. Never did like him, even if he is an old man.
And what old scoundrel would you be talking about, sir?
Ryan Murphy, the head honcho, walks around like he's wearing 2 pairs of breeches. Always wants to have the last word. You know the type.
I hear that there are those contemptible types around.
Sir, this is a $4.3 billion offer that they've made to you, okay? I'm talking about some serious change.
He might be throwing a wide loop with a short rope.
Sir, we've dissected the terms of the buyout down to the last minute detail. I'm telling you, it's a generous and legitimate offer.
What's a young squirt like you doing in a business like this?
She's an orphan and trained to be a geisha.
Oh, a geisha girl. How interesting.
Just don't spill the drinks and you'll do all right.
She understands English, but it's not allowed to talk directly to the customer.
Whoa, how old is she?
8.
I think I read somewhere that their instructions begin at a very young age because of the discipline required.
She's learning Japanese customs, social skills, and traditional music and dance.
I like these business lunches. You always save so much time.
Who stuck the burr under your saddle? I'm not done talking to these here foreigners yet.
I'm surprised you're interested in Japanese culture, Mr. Buckmaster.
The shy young one there reminds me of my daughter.
I thought you only had a son.
Yeah, but he's a mess. Big mama's boy. We never did get along. Thinks I'm one rude, crude dude. Should have put some leather on his behind. But mama was always there to save his spoiled butt.
And your daughter?
Daddy's girl all the way. There isn't a day goes by I don't think of her. She's in heaven now with her mama, who was a saint. So it's fitting they're together now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's all right. The good Lord took her when she was 8. She was an angel. A beautiful little angel. So she's gonna learn how to play music, eh? I'd like to see that someday.
She's an excellent student. She'll be a good geisha.
Can she give us an example of what she's learned?
I will ask her. She said she would like to recite some poetry for you with your kind permission.
Poetry, Mr. Buckmaster, really.
Dadgummit, show a little respect.
人を夢とやしてしは和光町のにて
What'd she say, Andrea?
Man's life is but a dream. What we now come to know, house abandoned, garden has become home to butterflies.
That's kind of hard to figure, but I think I like it. Thank you for those mysterious words. I like poems that make you think.
You read poetry.
Sonny boy, I not only read poetry, but I write my own stuff too.
My name is James, sir.
Please, Buck, whatever you do, don't recite one of those old poems again. I'm begging you.
The only reason I put up with your guff is because we went to kindergarten together.
Yeah, and you hogged all the toys back then, too. Thank God my parents moved to New York City.
I know who I'll find waiting at the gate. The same woman faithful to my arms as she was those nights in Austin, when the world seemed like a jukebox. Boots able to dance forever, and pockets full of coins.
Okay, obviously, sir, you're not ready to discuss business here today, so why don't we just pick this up later?
Heck, no reason we can't finish it here. We'll go around the table and let everyone give it their best shot, and then I'll make a decision.
You mean you'll go ahead and tell us what you've already decided?
You go first, Andrea. You're my environmental expert. What about these HCX folks?
Last month, a federal jury awarded the city of New York a $105 million judgment against them for contaminating well water in Queens with gasoline additives.
Up or down?
Let's just say I wouldn't drink any water anywhere near where they're drilling.
What about it, Ramon, from a legal standpoint?
It's better to look at it from a geological point of view.
I know. There hasn't been any big oil finds in the last decade.
The scientists are saying that it's a downhill slide from here on out. I'd say take the money, smell the roses, kiss the pretty girls, or whatever your fancy is.
That's the problem. My only fancy has been to build a business. Take that away and what you got? I mean, you can only play golf so many times a week.
Well, you ever considered reading for a change of pace? You know, books.
I'm going to have to cut you off that vino, sonny boy. You're getting a little raspy.
It's James, sir, if you don't mind. I think that my degree from Harvard, my MBA, and my current position are entitled to a little respect.
When you get a little scar tissue on your knuckles, you'll learn that all the degrees and titles in the world don't amount to a bucket of warm spit.
Okay, fine. Then just tell me something. Is Sonny spelled with an O or a U? See, that way I'll know if you're being condescending or just sarcastic.
Don't put too much into it. It just means you're a young buck. Now, what's that machine telling you?
Oh, we're actually getting started now. Great. You get 50% cash up front, 10% each year, and a percentage of their stock. Now, you also have an option to sit on the board for 5 years at $1 million a year.
Ha! What a bunch of bull. I'd pay them $1 million a year not to sit on their board. How do you say bull crap in Japanese?
Bull crap? I don't know these words.
Now, how would I explain this without the little girl thinking I'm vulgar?
This I've got to hear.
When bulls eat a lot of grass, eventually they have to go to the bathroom. You know, like number 1 and number 2.
Bulls go to the bathroom? America is a very advanced country.
I'm talking number 2, you follow?
Sir, please, is this really necessary?
I just wanted to know that there's a lot of this going around.
Just don't try to change it or my law firm is going to be in deep trouble.
It's probably untranslatable, sir.
Mr. Buckmaster, I really think that we should try to get back to the business at hand.
Bull crap's not a bad thing. It helps fertilize the soil. But just make sure you don't step in it. It's a little stinky. Now, I'm sure that there's a Japanese word for stinky.
Oh, for God's sakes, come on already. I mean, we're sitting here talking about a multi-billion-dollar deal here. The Japanese are some of the cleanest people on the face of the planet, and you're sitting here talking about a bull's bodily functions and what they do in the bathroom and just doo-doo, and I don't understand what's going on here.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little crapola. It's good for your immune system.
Oh, really? Do you smell it or do you spray it on?
What'd she say?
She wants to know the name of your daughter.
That's mighty nice of her to ask. It's Mariana. Mariana Buckmaster. Named her after my mother. Bless her soul. Tell her my daughter gave this to me 2 weeks before she died and told me to never take it off, 'cause then I'd always know that someone loved me.
Mr. Buckmaster.
She would like to recite another poem for you in English.
Of course, I'd be honored.
A lonely girl flies from a tree with no leaves to blow as the cold wind follows the evening sun.
I like it. I like it. I like it because it speaks to everyone in a different way. Thank you, little lady. That was powerfully nice of you to share that poem with us.
Let me know when you're done with your touching little tete-a-tete. I think you know that we have a Friday deadline.
I promised you a decision by today, and by gum, I'm going to keep that promise. Get Ryan Murphy on the phone.
Ryan Murphy? Buck, have you been chewing on that loco weed again?
This is highly unprofessional, Mr. Buckmaster. Please.
Just do it.
He won't take your call. He's fanatical about his privacy. Nobody's even seen him in public for over 2 years.
I'm betting he'll take Mr. Buckmaster's call.
Give me your BlackBerry, Andrea.
Oh, I have them on speed dial. Let me get them for you. It's ringing.
Hi, honey. This be Buck Buckmaster. Put me through to Rusty. That be Ryan Murphy to you.
This is insanity. I can't believe it. 6 months of negotiating just going down the tubes.
Hey, Rusty. Buck here. I'm fine. You doing all right? Good. Let's cut through the brown stuff and get to the meat of it. You're 18% off. How do I know? Because I've known you for 35 years and you never make an offer unless it's piddly low. Uh-huh. You can fool these Harvard boys, but not an old Texas fence post like myself. Uh-huh. Takes one to know one. Go ahead and write this down. Tack on 18%, 75% down, 25% balance in your stock, and you know where you can stick that board position. 1 week there and I'll be ripping you a new one. Another thing, call off your appeal on that New York contamination ruling. If I'm holding your stock, you got to be clean as a hound dog on wash day. You got until Friday to study up on it. Now don't go getting yourself all aggravated now. Not good for your ticker. Same to you, Buster.
You rode that hoss like a bronco busting champ.
I ain't had that much fun since I French kissed Mary Lou on my back porch when I was 13.
What the hell happened? I mean, are you deliberately trying to sabotage the deal that we put so much work into?
Rusty hates my guts, so I knew I had him by his cojones. That's an old Tex-Mex saying. I can't translate because of the little girl here, but you get the drift.
So you knew he'd pay a premium just so he could say he beat you?
His ego got the better of his logic.
So let me get this straight. This is just a pissing contest? Or who's got the biggest wang?
You'd better saddle up and head back to the ranch. You're getting yourself all swole up.
I mean, I'm out of here, all right. I mean, I'm completely out of here. That's fine. That's it. This is ridiculous. You think I'm a weakling just because I'm from Massachusetts? Let me tell you something. You don't have to be an insensitive, loud, blabbermouth know-it-all there to win respect.
I resent that. I'm not insensitive.
I got a poem, too. Hickory dickory dock, mouse ran up the clock. Clock struck 1 and stuck it up Buck's rump.
For a Yankee, he ain't half bad, even if it didn't rhyme.
Got gumption. A few more years of roughing him up would do him wonders.
Shall I give him the usual 3-week vacation to cool off?
And a box of goo-goo bars to sweeten him up.
I wasn't sure if you could pull the trigger. No offense, sir, but you're the type that likes to live for a battle.
Maybe it's time to let the dust settle and see if I've done anything lasting in my life that's worth bragging about. And it ain't bragging if you've done it.
Buck, I'm going down to the Pedernales for some wild hog hunting next month. If you'd like to come along, I might even ask Brent to join us.
He won't show if he knows I'm coming. He thinks I'm a loudmouth fool too. Well, let's mosey on out of here. Here's a little something extra for being so good and all.
Amy said thank you, but she cannot take money from the friend. She thinks you'll be impolite to accept, and that will bring her shame.
Oh, come on, little girl. Go ahead and take it.
ここらの優しい人ですね。
エミ、規則違反です。直接話すことは禁止されています。
What'd she say?
I scolded her talking to you directly. This is forbidden.
Ah, she's just a little shaver. No offense taken. You wouldn't believe the nasty things people have said about me over the years.
She'll be punished.
Ah, hold on there. Couldn't have been all that bad. What'd she say?
I can tell you, it won't break the rule.
Miss Kimono Lady, you're a fine-looking woman, and I respect your rules. But sometimes you have to let the herd stray a little where the eating's good. And kids are kids and are allowed to mess up once in a while.
She said that you're not loud and that you have a soft voice inside.
I don't know all the geisha rules they're teaching you, but there's one universal rule that trumps all the others. When someone offers something from their heart, it cannot be refused. Yes, by gummit, we are friends, and I look forward to seeing you again.
This turned out to be a productive meeting after all, in more ways than one.
Then why do I feel like one stomped on, chewed up old cowboy without so much as a nickel in his pocket?
But sir, you have the prettiest Texas-sized spread this side of the Rio Grande.
You left out the word empty. As sure as I'm Buckmaster from Marfa, Texas, I'm going to make sure your orphan days are ended.
Try this one on for size. You can't change your yesterdays, but tomorrow won't start without you. Better to say you're sorry than I regret.
Yeah, I see your point. Call Brent for me, Ramon. It's time we had that long overdue father to son talk. Only this time, I'm going to let him do all the talking. Call it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
You win. No, like this. That's good.
Adorable.
Well,